How did I prepare for the role? A lot of training, a lot of physical training. The first time we did it at the Wales Millennium Centre, we didn't know what it was going to be physically. We had no idea what physical world we were going to be exploring, but we knew that it would be physical. So I was quite strong, but having had a chat with our co-director, Scott, who primarily works physically through Frantic Assembly, we decided that yoga would be a really good skill to kind of develop. So there was a whole month of yoga training. I've done a bit of yoga before, but this was quite a concentrated period of training, alongside kind of the weight training and the boxing training that I do normally. This time around, now that we do know what the show is, I've been able to focus much more on certain muscles that I know needed to be strengthened. For example, when we were doing the show at the Millennium Centre, we've got this massive steel frame bed, which is really, really heavy. And there's quite a lot of moving that. And in the show, I damaged my rotator cuff. Not too badly, luckily, but a little bit of physio and a lot of resistance exercises on that, lots of training, lots of the Swiss ball slams and things like that, just to keep that moving and strengthen it, so that going into the show in Edinburgh, I'll be fit for a whole month of steel bed swinging. My fitness level before we started, it was pretty good, and I kind of owe that in part to Scott Graham, because I worked with Frantic Assembly in 2012 on their production of Beautiful Burnout. And I was pretty fit before that. I'd done a lot of weight training, and I'd done a little bit of boxing. I'd also done a lot of martial arts, but Frantic Assembly sent the cast of Beautiful Burnout off for 2 months to train, boxing training, and that's the most intense period of that kind of training I'd ever done. And it has proven to be one of the best programs for fitness I've ever experienced. So luckily, I've had to work hard to get to performance level fitness, but my level before that was decent, I think. Today, we've done a lot of much more boxing-based stuff, which is a lot of the stuff that we use in the rehearsal room, actually, because it's easy to do without equipment. So a lot of the kind of burpees, walkouts. I do circuits with Scott. It's quite intense, just this one-on-one. Beautiful Burnout. We used to shout at each other and get each other through. So this time I've had to be incredibly disciplined. But yeah, it's great, because it means that when I get in the room, I don't show myself up in front of Scott, because he's pretty fit. This show is going to be light years away in terms of difference from the last time I took a show up to Edinburgh. So I've had to kind of get my head in gear for that, because this show is incredibly physical. So it'll be early nights and gym sessions in the morning and keeping warm for me, no hangovers. I'm really, really looking forward to it.